Hey everybody, and welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Jack Leonard, still Lake Jackson. This was my little galley kitchen. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I missed yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm going to get this up as soon as we can. Me and Jack are going to just try to hustle it. This one is an old school favorite around my house. This is one of my little sister Haley. Shout out to her. She is amazing. She actually used to do these constantly. We were broke. We were poor as dirt. And so this is like, $3 worth of materials, man. And sometimes we wake up and she's like, hey, made donuts. I just made these. And it's super awesome. And then she told me to make them for the show, and I've just completely blanked on it. I apologize for that. And then had to do a business meeting at a local Mexican food place, and they're like, you want Mexican donuts? And this is what they brought us. They were always just Haley's Donuts. So before we get to it, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, ring the bell down in that corner, get notifications when we do these as close to Tuesdays and Fridays as we can. Also, down the link, we got a doodly-doo. There is, sorry, down the doodly-doo, there's a link for our merch. My brain just shorted, flipped everything around. But we got all kind of stuff other than that, aprons, spins, punch lines, whatever. We're a small business, we very much appreciate it. Let's get into the food. This is going to be nice and simple, one short. Quit talking, fat guy, quit talking. Alright, super simple layout here, man. First things first, you need to get you some of these tubes of pre-made biscuits. Get the small ones, not the big ones. They're the ones that are the count of 10 instead of 8, so you don't get the great big ones. You get 10 instead of 8. And don't get the butter flavor or anything like that, just get the normal ones. You're going to need some kind of oil to cook it in, so I'm using canola oil, mostly because it's the cheapest. That's what I'm going to get. We're not going to use this whole thing. We're only going to use like a cup and a half at the most. Here, you're going to want to dress it with cinnamon and sugar. Now, this is what, I got a little sugar leaked out of my bag here, and I usually keep these in plastics when I'm around the apartment, but I'm trying to show you guys, so don't waste sugar. Mom used to always tell us. So you can use just sugar and leave the cinnamon out. That's optional for you. Now, everywhere I've gone has sugar and cinnamon, but that's different. Now, if you want to put it in something, use some cream cheese icing. Warm it up and put it in the microwave, and you're ready to go. That's what the bowl and stuff's for. So here you go. Get you a decent sized saucepan. Skillet will work. You want something with a little bit of the sides on it, kind of hold it. Get you enough oil in the bottom over. You don't have to float the biscuits. You just want them to not stick to the bottom, right? So be able to move, but they can still sit rest of the bottom for the thing. So about a cup and a half. Warm it up and put it in about 6 out of the 8 is what I put it on mine. Let it start bubbling. Remember, you want it to bubble, you don't want it to spatter. So if it's doing that, turn it down. So let that sit. While that's warming up, we're going to get us a bowl over here on the side. Hope you can see this. I kind of had to zoom in. And you're going to do about a 1/4 cup of sugar over here, and then a teaspoon. Let me see if I can show you this. Focus. A teaspoon of cinnamon to 1 cup of sugar. Mix it up in here. Just give it a nice stir. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's gorgeous, and it makes me want a bowl of cereal. So get that set to the side, get that ready, and then while you're doing that, get your secret weapon, get you a plate, put you a paper towel on it. I use a regular paper towel and fold it. Remember when we were younger, and that was just the size of a paper towel? Now it's half the size. Whatever. Now I feel old. So now that the heat's coming through the oil and it's nice and warm, go ahead and open this. Now if it's going to pop, move it away. If you're going to jump when it pops, move away from the stuff. They're not packed as tight as they used to be, so they don't pop so easy. I turn around, just put my hand against the seam, and it pops open like this. So just take them and gently put these into the oil. You don't want to just drop them in there. They'll splatter. They'll make a mess. They'll burn you and hurt you horribly. So don't do that. It depends on how big your stuff is. I fit like 4 in here. I could probably squeeze a 5, but I don't like the edges touching because they tend to cook together. So you cook them in small batches here. I got a pair of tongs here. Always got to get them a test squeeze, and then keep them from touching. Now, you don't have to stir them constantly, whatever, but these cook really fast. Minute or two, they brown on one side, then you're going to flip them over, okay? See how golden brown, like if you pulled a biscuit out of the oven and it was that color, that side would be done, right? So that's how you want to keep an eye on these. Like I said, they're relatively quickly, so keep an eye on them. Go ahead and roll them over. Let that other side cook for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, or whatever, until that's a nice golden brown. Don't worry about that white spot on the inside. That was just where an air bubble sat. And let those cook. Just sit and watch, or listen to YouTube, or whatever you're going to do. So now that you got them nice and brown on both sides like this, I almost overdid it on that one side. You kind of see how warm they are. I went ahead and flipped them over where the lighter side is face down while I'm pulling these out. So once you get that done, you're going to pull these over. Let me fix this camera for you guys now that we got these nice and cooked. Okay, so got these wedged up, get them over here. You can kind of toss it back in the oil again. It helps everything stick better. You want to drain off the excess oil, just a thin layer of oil on it, and then right into your sugar cinnamon stuff. Mix it, toss it around, roll it sideways, get it on the edges of it. Don't worry, the oil will start to clump up your sugar and cinnamon, but that's fine. And just do it over and over again. That's all it takes. It is super simple. This is what they're going to end up looking like. If you grew up on a horse farm, I apologize because I did too. But if you have any of this left over, you can go ahead and sprinkle it on top, or you can mix it into whatever frosting you're going to use. I use this cream cheese stuff. I put 2 regular tablespoons in it, microwave it for 30 seconds, no more, or a bubble or whatever, melts it down, makes it perfect for dipping. See, this is what it looks like. Oh, come on, focus. It won't focus. It's just a bowl of warm cream stuff. But that's it. This is what my sister used to make us, and I very much there's such many good memories with my sister and my mother, and both my sisters and my mother and us sitting around eating donuts, getting cinnamon shit everywhere, making mom mad, the dog's happy because they're eating the cinnamon stuff. But if you do it differently, man, you gotta let me know. Again, I didn't know that they said these at like restaurants. They sold them at a Tex-Mex place here across the street down in Texas Gulf Coast. Sold them as Mexican donuts. I did not know this. This was just broke-ass donuts that my sister made. So they were Haley's donuts for the longest time. So you gotta let me know. These are amazing. They'll probably work for meal prep. You know, they're bread based, so they'll get hard and stale if you leave them out and leave them in the air and let them sit. So if you're going to save them for later, bag them. I wouldn't refrigerate them. That kind of crystallizes it and stuff too. That's what makes it stainless, when it crystallizes. So try these out, man. You gotta let me know if you did this or did this growing up. Holy crap, there you have it. It's super simple. It's actually very quick, cheap as dirt, and it tastes amazing. This is great. If you do it differently, you want to see us do it differently, let me know, man. Put it down in the comments. I'll revisit this. Do you use something other than sugar and cinnamon on the outside? Do you use something special? Do you have an injector? Do you make, like jelly-filled ones? I'd like to learn how to do that with this kind of recipe. Let me know. You can also find us on social media and tell me over there on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. You can find us at all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. You can also find us at Live Between over on Instagram. My brain did it again like I did before. You find us on Instagram at Live Between. We had to shorten it down over there. You can also find me, Osway Nerdy, on all those, including Twitter and TikTok, where I'm generally just talking nerd stuff, action figures, and comics and painting miniatures and stuff. So I will see y'all next time. I'm going to eat donuts. I might have had too much sugar and cinnamon. I'll see y'all later. Y'all be safe.